Hello everybody, my name is Ryan, and this is my 1974 Saab Sonett 3, recently acquired, maybe only a month ago, actually not even, it's only been about 2 or 3 weeks. I found this at a towing company in Ventura, California, and what I was told about the car is that it was abandoned at a farm somewhere, and it sounds like it's been abandoned for a good amount of time. Now I was able to actually locate, because of the lien paperwork I got for it from the towing company, I actually have the prior owner's info. A woman in Palos Verde, was able to get her on the phone, and she had this thing for a long time in her life, and then 3 years ago she went to sell it to a guy, and apparently he never did the paperwork, he never went to the DMV, and well, apparently he was maybe dissatisfied. He obviously left it and abandoned, and she's still the name that's registered on the car. So her and I talked. She said it drove, she loved the car. She doesn't have the best memory, but according to her, she thinks that maybe something was wrong with it, and that's why she stopped driving it, and then she sold it. Now, this car is complete. The only thing, I'll give you another shot of it here. Sorry if the video is not too great. It's nighttime over here in Southern California, so I just figured I'd get a quick video of it. The car is complete. It did not come with keys. The person who abandoned it obviously decided to hold on to those. So the only thing missing actually is a battery and keys. I've spoken to people on Saab sites. You know, you really just take the ignition switch, go pay a locksmith. Really not a huge deal. That's it. Other than that, this car is complete. I really did not want to see this car get junked. And so I just had to go grab it, tow it home, and I've had some fun cleaning it up and playing with it. I'll show you a quick video of the car, just front to back, interior, and I'm just kind of curious to see, you know, the interest that people might take in it. I think it would be a great project car. Obviously, it's a great parts car. If you have a Sonett or you're looking for a parts car, this is a very ideal candidate. However, it's got potential, I believe, as well to restore. So, for those of you who know Sonnets, maybe some of you enthusiasts are watching this right now, you know how this mechanism works manually. And the headlights are in perfect shape. The only thing they're doing is they're missing bulbs. Aside from that, no cracks, actually. These are in great shape. The front, got the nice American bumpers. The covers are missing. Now I will tell you that when I was able to attach my Kia battery to it, and just to see what came on, the blinkers work, the hazards work, and so we have life in these bulbs actually. They just need those covers. Obviously, as you can imagine, the logo is just about pretty much gone. Underneath the car, probably not much to show you under there, but I'll show you the rear. But again, everything's there. So you got your radiators there. I was able to turn it by hand with a little bit of resistance. It's not a freewheel or anything like that, so that's good. It's got resistance. And the bottom crank pulley, the large crank pulley, I was able to move that with a 17 millimeter. And I actually put a thing of mystery oil in the crankcase, just because it's kind of hard to crank at the moment. That loosens it up a little bit, but again, I cleaned this puppy out quite a bit. Still some more you could do for sure, but it looked worse than this. But again, everything is here. So when I got the car, I was very surprised that there's actually oil still in the car. I checked the dipstick, and to my surprise, dipstick on the other side. There was oil in it, and the oil was good. It wasn't even bad. So that was actually encouraging, to be honest. And as far as like hoses and things go, I did disconnect that coolant hose. Reason being, I had taken the expansion tank off. Unfortunately, this is pretty rusted on the inside. I haven't looked into like what you can do to possibly salvage this, if it's salvageable. So, you know, if it's possible, the part is there and you can put that back on. I just had, you know, taken it off to kind of inspect it, and there was just some crud inside. I was kind of washing it out. But again, everything is there. The engine is complete. Can't diagnose whether the tranny is good. The thing that's interesting is that even when the car is in what we think is in gear, well, I don't think we can get it in gear, because nonetheless, no matter what you do, these front wheels continue to move. So tried with the clutch, and that's a whole story I'll get into in a second. So let's kind of do some aesthetics here. Obviously the paint job, so the original owner does believe the original color was the orange. I think it's a burnt orange. I don't know what the guy did to it, who had it for a little bit of time. Obviously it was gonna need a paint job. Unfortunately, windshield's got a nice smash right there. You've got your wipers intact. It's missing a side mirror here. However, the other one is there. So doors are good, a little sticky. I did put some WD-40 on the hinges, and now they're pretty good. Over here, you got the whole panel, missing the handle, or whatever you want to call that piece that you would hold right there. This is here. You got your lock over there. As far as these pieces go, these were actually in the trunk of the car when I found it. So you got both of these. These are here, which is good. You got one and you got two over there as well to go back into the doors. This one's in great shape. The glass, I washed the glass actually a little bit. It's a highlight of the car as well. The rear glass is in perfect shape. Clean that up a bit too. This was not on when I found it, but it was in the trunk. So both of those are present. Now, this is where we're gonna get into at least some of the encouraging stuff about this car. And hopefully it's not too dark in here for you to see, but the headliner is just absolutely perfect. Rear view mirror, got it. Visors there, steering wheel here, your horn, bummer that the Sonett 3 little piece that usually goes up there is gone. Now the radio did work when I hooked it up. The right speaker works, this left speaker, not so much. I couldn't get fan to come on or anything else. Like I said, hazards, blinkers, radio, that's what powered on. Now the ultimate highlight of this car has got to be the bucket seats. These are 47-year-old seats. The driver's side, the only wear and tear, so you're looking at it, funky spot for that to happen. You got your adjustable piece there, but these were I hit these with some leather wipes, and the passenger one is absolutely flawless. So I'm just shocked at how good the interior is on those. You got your 3-point alligator clip seat belts. I actually cleaned and put these, sorry again about the lighting, but put the carpets back in. They're in good shape. I stuck the gas pedal back on there. It was not originally on. You know what, I apologize, this lighting's so bad. Let's see if we can do something about that. I'm sure we can. So anyways, fuse box, good. Like I said, that's there. As far as our dash goes, the glass on those three is actually good, but as you can see, it's kind of chipping away in between. We got 7,674 miles on the clock, which if I was adding it up and the odometer has not stopped working yet, we would be at about 107,000 on this car. What else can I show you? I did remove the ignition switch just because I stuck a screwdriver in there to see if I could crank her over. So why don't I share that story with you? So, well, maybe before we do, last but not least. So you got your little trunk. This does work. I fixed it so it would work. You pull that, and this pops open. Now the trunk, these are, as you guys know, if you're a Saab enthusiast, the trunks are known to rot out underneath the battery. So here's what you got in the corner. That's probably the worst of it. And you got some there as well. As far as the panels go, those are actually all over there in, you know, rough shape as you might expect from a car that's been sitting for a while, but it's all there. And then you have your fuel tank here. And of course you got your you've got your roll bar or roll cage, whatever you call that. A little bit on this side is starting to rust a little bit, but and then these springs, you could use some new springs. Now let me share that also in the trunk you have your air cleaner, which is good. This piece right here, this plastic piece that goes near the shifter. You got this guy for the wheels, 2 outer covers that go for the wheels, and for the most part that's pretty much it of what was in the trunk. You got your 4 soccer ball wheels. Honestly, if you could just buff these out, and these would be in good shape. It is missing, unfortunately, as you see here. You got 3 lug bolts, but you're missing 2. The tire tread is actually also really good. Good tread on these tires. So let's see, I showed you the trunk. Let me show you the back. Saab emblem's missing from the back. This left light's cracked a little bit. Right one's in pretty good shape, all there. Again, your bumper. And let's see if I can show you underneath the car. Again, just how obviously rotted out. It is quite a bit. There's the end of your exhaust. And yeah, nothing really too much else to share from underneath here. And this door, same as the other one. Hit some WD-40. This panel is over here. That's actually the one on top. So it's all there. I've already shown you this glove compartment with some paperwork all there. And yeah, that's pretty much about it, guys. What I did do is I tried to crank her over. Like I said, the crank pulley was a little tough. I threw some mystery oil in there, but I went to crank it and you heard the click, and I put my multimeter to it, and you got about the same voltage of the battery that's coming from when you put it on the start of the solenoid. So unfortunately, I do think the starter is bad. And if you know these cars, you know it's a bit of a pain to get that thing out down in there. And you know, I could replace it. I actually also bought new spark plugs for this car. They're not in there currently, but I have those, the NGK ones as well. So yeah, I heard the clicking sound. That might be the reason that the woman, the previous owner who had it, you know, that might be the reason she, I don't know, just decided to stop driving it. Unfortunately, I gave her the name Uwe. If you've ever seen A Man Called Uwe, classic movie about a guy who loves Saabs. You should see if you haven't seen it. So anyways, this is a quick vid. I'll put some maybe of the info in the description, just so if you don't want to watch the whole video, which I understand, this is a 13-minute long video. I'll put some comments about it. Also the rockers, you know that the whole top is fiberglass. The rockers are also a bit rusty as well on the bottom. But yeah, that's pretty much the extent of the car. And again, this will be for sale, so if you're interested, I'll put some information in the link if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.